Good evening. So the game started, like, super loud. And immediately went into this, so... It's also, like, I feel like it's 30 frames per second. That definitely doesn't feel like 60 to me. Hopefully I can go in and adjust. Although I will note that, there was mention... Oh, I moved away from the thing. Oh. Is it 30? Oh, it's 30 when I'm not focused on the window. Okay. But there's also, the Talos Principle Reawakened, which I'm not sure if... Wait. Oh, it's a separate game. Okay. I played the original one. I am not a stickler for graphics enough that I will give a shit. I love a buttery smooth game as opposed to putting my fucking computer through the fucking sweats. Alright. So yeah, we're continuing with the puzzle theme, even though I didn't continue with the extra puzzles on Patrick's Parabox. And I've been hearing a lot about this game. Heard a lot about this game probably a year or two after it released, and just never really got around to it. I think I was kind of out of the puzzle era of my gaming thing at the time. Like, actually, hold on, I forget when this actually released. The Talos Principle. 2014. So yeah, only 12 years ago. Fuck, what was I doing 12 years ago? I might have been still neck deep in WoW, honestly. Actually, hold on. I'm actually curious. Was I playing a WoW expansion at that time? Actually, no, I might have been... This might have been just before the, No, where are the expansions? Oh, actually, yeah. No, 2014 was Warlords of Draenor, so yeah. I was in fact probably playing WoW. Yeah, and that's when the fucking, live service games entered, the beginning of my life. Oh my god, that's when I started working. Oh my god. Oh, don't think about it, Wolfie. Oh god. Oh, I'm so old. Anyway, I'm gonna play a video game about it, I guess. Oh, fuck. Actually, my audio looks really strange right now. I'm just gonna quickly do a once-over of my mic and mic settings and things like that. No, where's the volume control? No, the volume control for my microphone. There we go. That seems more than usual. I mean, if I'm talking directly into the mic... No, it's ever so slightly cresting the red if I'm talking like this. Okay, maybe that's fine. Maybe I just got really loud at that moment. Oh. But yeah, heard a decent amount of... heard very good things about it. I don't really know what it's about. I only know puzzles are involved. And I know there's a kitten in the, like, promotional material, so... I don't know. Let's see. Oh. Oh my god. Wait, redeem rewards? Okay. Also, Jesus Christ, the audio went, like, way down. Okay, there we go. Alright, I gotta readjust some things, so give me 2 seconds. Because again, this game started really loud. I can probably lower it a bit more. We'll take the music down specifically. Gotta look at my own speaker audio output for a second reference on how loud everything is. That's all good. I think we can adjust it as we go. Oh, motion sickness options. That's neat. Oh, you can adjust the field of view. My beloved. 81's probably good. Yeah, I think we should be mostly good from here. Yeah. Demos? Huh. They let you play the demo in the full game. That's interesting. Start new game from the beginning. Let's get to it. Ooh. Oh my god, that mouse sensitivity. Ooh, okay, hold on. Oh, alright. Nope. Keyboard and mouse. Let's drop that down a little bit. Disable free look restricts mouse orientation to horizontal plane. What? Okay. Also, I didn't check the graphics options. Okay. Actually, no. Let's not do that. Keep it to 60. Everything else can be fine. I don't actually know what that does. Because there's still, like... Oh, actually, no, I guess this is... Oh, that's interesting. Like... Well... That's actually a really interesting division of graphics options. Generally, there's, like, a whole lot of, like, texture detail and stuff like that that's in the basic options, and then a few of the more advanced options are going to be, like, your VSync, anti-aliasing, and stuff like that, which graphics API you're using. And then there's a few other things. It's kind of interesting they've thrown off what I presume is... Like... Wait, what the fuck? What is... Multi-threaded rendering... sorry, I'm way too curious about this now, because this is, like, one of the more strange things I've seen. Debris, shadow casting, mirror reflections... Jesus fucking Christ. That is kind of nuts. It's an interesting way of breaking all of this down. Anyway.
Behold, child.
Well.
You are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
Huh? It's a QR code? This is without a doubt the hardest problem I encountered. Also, God, that guy, I don't think it's actually Izaro from Path of Exile, but, certainly sounds like... Oh, whoa, hold on. Is that? Oh, yes. Okay, that stops the tearing. Cool. Actually, sorry, I'm very curious. Oh. Wait, if I do that, maybe I can jump out without the sound going off. There we go. The Talos Principle. Elohim voice. That is Urianger. Fuck, I knew that sounded familiar. And I was thinking fucking, Izaro. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. I guess before I go through there, is there anything else? Any other QR codes? Also, wow, yeah, calling yourself Elohim is certainly a choice. Huh? Okay. Okay. Complex task management. Okay. You're judging me, are you? Can I... Ah, no. So I need to walk toward it to take it, which disables. Yeah, okay. Got it. Child program. Basic calibration successful. Oh. That looks like a bad. That looks like a bad, actually. Oh, another jammer. Okay. You stop that. Spatial awareness, okay. That's a fucking minigun. Predictive capacity, okay. QR code. I don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. 17.1... What did it say my version was? Like 99 or something like that? Oh, I wonder. Whoa. Oh, hell yeah. Can I sprint? I sure fucking can. Hold on a second. Can I want to go back and see. 99.4008. That actually has a name, too, which is interesting. Alright, through the... Whoop. Past the minigun. Okay. Pile. Can't do anything with the gates. At least not yet.
All across this land, I have created trials for you to overcome.
Yep, that's 100%
And
a
within
real shame.
each, I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
Granted by Elohim himself, huh? Okay. What's that? I can't tell if that was a soundtrack or something in the environment. Sure. Find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. Cannot fathom how it works, And I'm terrified to put one foot in front of the other lest I fall through the floor. IW/Faith version 10.1. Tetris, okay. Okay. Lock requires more sigils. Okay. So I need to... Oh, I guess these signs are probably directing me to sigils I need. Alright, there are a couple over here, weren't there? Okay. Switch out of reach. Okay. Got some stuff here we need to be very careful of. Okay, you have a range. Good to know. A lot of nooks and crannies in this architecture that's, what'd that do? Power that down permanently? Oh yeah, it certainly does. So then... Where are you? I saw you before. Lock you down. Yeah, I need to go around. Sweet. Tetramino
The shapes
acquired.
you are collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name. Each brings you closer to eternity.
Thank you for updating those signs. Oh my god. Outnumbered. Okay. Probably means I'm gonna not have enough of these jammers to do what I want. If I had to guess. Yeah, you can't do shit while I'm... I see. Okay. Sure, I could... Does not appear to be a power source there. You were just... Oh, actually, hold on. Maybe I can trap you. You're being stupid, then you're just gonna walk through. Certainly are. Yup. Oh, don't actually point at the thing I'm jamming. Honestly, that's probably good, because otherwise it'd need to, like, auto-detect what's the thing that makes the most sense for me to, be tackling.
Well done, child. Only one more sigil is needed.
Yup. Striding the beaten path. Okay. Okay. It does not appear to track me too hard. Oh, it can see me through the grates, though. Ow. Oh. Oh.
The guardians of this land may harm you, but do not resent them. For they are my servants, and they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
I see. Oh. fuck off. Can I point? No. Okay, that's interesting. So I can't point the jammers through the grates. Okay, then what exactly am I meant to do here? Nope. Nope, fuck off. Okay, we're gonna jam the one to my left, because I saw another path. Oh my god. God, you are sensitive. Fuck off. Nope. Oh. That didn't fucking help me too much, does it? Oh, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. I mean, I guess I can... Take the jammer, lock this guy on the left in the thing. Go in. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. And then I can do this. Yippee!
My temple awaits you, child. Go forth.
Okay. Was this over here? It was. Oh, okay. We need to just fit them. Fill the space. My eyes have been opened. This world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer, with signs and portents to guide my steps. I am one of his children, and challenges are set before me to test my faith. Oh, faith again. 17.1. Whatever the end goal of this grand challenge is, it's far out of reach. Knowing that, how are we supposed to resist distraction? Hello? Loading library session. 47 million distributed... Oh. Oh. Hi. Oh. Perfect. Duh. Okay. Help. Basic terminal commands are display a list of available resources, open a specific file, help, run MLA, load Milton Library Assistant, advanced interface. MLA is unresponsive, and exit. Okay, list. Sure. Welcome.eml. From Nadia Sarabhai, Institute for Applied N+, Alexandria Drennan, to Alexandria Drennan at something something ed Noematics. Welcome to the team. Hi again. I'm sorry if I was a little odd at the meeting. I know you were nervous, but the truth is that so was I. This may be hard to believe, but you intimidate me. You're so young and you already accomplished so much. If the situation wasn't so grim, I might even be jealous. There's also something I wanted to clarify. I realize that, nominally speaking, I'm head researcher here, but this is your project and everyone will respect that. And yes, I know you're not used to working like this, but as of today, you're in charge. No pressure. I'm assuming that's a face. Let's do this. Nadia. Okay. Athena 6. Chapter 6. Athena in the Garden of the Hesperides? Something did not trust them, but they moved with such grace, such nobility, that it was hard not to follow them further into this strange garden of gears and cogs. They led her to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seemed to grow together, forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grew a smaller tree, made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grew a single golden apple. This apple, the nymphs said in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes and not a few villains have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom its unending folly. Who would take this burden upon themselves? Some say that Heracles load some shit, gazing upon the stars, and wept. Interesting. I don't recognize the text, assuming it's actually been made up. From to subject something. The way I see it, the world doesn't come with a manual. You gotta figure it out for yourself. A bit here, a bit there, put it together, try to make sense of it. I'm pretty sure there is a truth, but that doesn't mean everyone who claims it, claims to know it really does. Then again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We live in an amazing world, and searching for the truth can be a real adventure. Plus, it's good for the brain. Anyway, just some rambling thoughts from your old man. Don't let this stuff get you down. You're young, you've got loads of time to figure it all out. Love, Dad. Run MLA again. Probably run the same command and... Oh! Hello, guest. How can I help you today? Do you understand what I'm saying? Understand is a strong way to put it, but yes. Your query? What was the first word of the last sentence you wrote? I'm sorry, I am only able to process and respond to basic subject-verb-object syntax. Are you able to take offense, you pointless contraption? You cannot insult me! Awesome. Describe your functions. The Milton Library Assistant is designed primarily to sort and classify data in the library archive. Secondarily, it facilitates user interaction with library resources via an intuitive human language interface. It also provides powerful networking and troubleshooting functions. Your query: how old are the library archives? Library resources publishing dates range from the 1st of July 1995 to the 27th of July 2030. What are these? How long has this system been running? This system has been active for 99999 years. What are these terminals? Terminals provide access to the library resource archive. What is the current status of the library archive? There are 47 million resources in archive, taking up 5.4212750 petabytes of disk space. That is approximately the size of 30 billion photos, 7 million minutes of HD video, the entire internet in 2003. However, the majority of library resources are corrupted or invalid. 10.6954751 gigabytes of uncorrupted resources are indexed. What caused the data corruption? Progressive data corruption is inevitable in any system over time. Additionally, a large number of inconsistencies were detected during sorting, leading to greater than average data invalidation. Look at the library. Can you respond to queries of the outside world? My knowledge is limited to the data in the library archive. You can ask about other topics, but my responses may be limited. Who is Elohim? Elohim is the noun for god or gods in modern and ancient Hebrew. What am I? You are logged in with a guest account. Awesome. Where am I? You are currently in a support session with the MLA Human Language Interface module. Your library archive session may be resumed at any time. Okay. Terminating support session. List. Thank you for going back to list. Help? Anything else I could do here? Not really. Okay. Oh. I just have these now. Excellent. Cool. Oh, sure. Something untoward going on here.
Step into the light, child, and my temple will be revealed to you. You walk now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
It definitely doesn't taste like grape. My guess is electricity. Hey Ryuzaki, how's it going? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for saving all of this shit for me, so I know. Alright. Well, we can just go back and grab some more from the world we were in. That seems like it makes sense. Actually, I don't know... I don't know if it matters what colors you get. Trio Bombasticus, okay. That's fun. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Ah, that's pretty straightforward. Yippee. No, go away. Okay. There's one more down here I can grab. Interesting structure for this. It seems like I don't know if, one thing I'd need to check is if I can go and grab, pieces to puzzles that I don't know about yet. Because there's a couple, there's a couple of things in the top left that I definitely can grab, that I need. Peephole. But it is unclear if, what is that disabling? Unclear. You just want hugs. Yeah, that, sure. Wouldn't you just be locked in here then? What's the point of that? And I'm gonna go ahead and assume I cannot. Yeah. Okay. So... okay. That means I can grab this. And proceed. Okay, those actually have a pretty long range. You just need to, like, actually... Ooh, God. There does not appear to be a second... Oh, actually. Hold on. You've got a decent range. I might actually be able to grab you. Yep. Wow, that actually has a long range. So basically I only need line of sight then? Okay. Unbroken line of sight. Good to know. So here's a question. If I go and grab a piece to a puzzle that I don't know about yet. Only the two of us. Gatling gun on the far side. Okay. Hold on. Probably need to do it like... Wait, no. No, not quite. Jam, take you there, then jam, take you there, and jam you. Sure! That's fine. Take any of you, really. Okay, so I can kind of just sweep the area to grab everything I can while I'm here. That's good to know. Because, yeah, like, if it required you to have to know the puzzles, like, granted, you've got the signs, so, like, you can, if you're in a position where you needed to, go to specific puzzles or find specific pieces, you could guide yourself through it, but you do also have the option to just, like, sweep an entire area, and yeah, that's fine. Or maybe you can only hold one of each in the top left. Who knows? I wonder if we can find out. Poking a sleeping lion. Oh, don't like that. Okay. Actually, hold on. No, this is probably going to be safer. So I can then grab you. Do that. And that's all of them, save for a star? What the star doing? Hidden witness style puzzles. What the fuck is that? Oh. It's yellow and has 5 things, but... Huh. Alright. Maybe I'll find out about that later. Alright. We need a T. There's a T. Oh. 2 stars?
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
Hi. You're beeping. Library Archive is currently unavailable while system resources are redirected to handle incoming network messages. Sure. Yes. Plain language interface. You say the same thing. The MLA program is designed to facilitate user interaction with the resource library. This is achieved by providing powerful sorting and troubleshooting functionalities delivered via an intuitive human language interface. Troubleshooting. I think you'd like help accessing network functions. The most common cause of network problems is holding insufficient account privileges. Please enter the admin password to authenticate your privileges. Oh shit. Trust no one. Fuck. God. Fuck. Admin? Would you like to create a new admin account? Yes. In order to prevent unauthorized access to admin controls, please take a moment to prove you are not a bot. Oh shit, okay. You will now be asked for a series of inputs. To cohere with data protection legislation, you must consent to have your responses used to develop a broad psychometric profile. Raw response data will be deleted immediately. Your profile will only be available to other administrators. Generating certification part 1. Part 1 ready for user input. Please complete all fields. Please answer quickly and instinctively. Time is a factor in this assessment. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 4. What is your subjective reaction to this image? Content. Your input has been accepted. What best describes a person? A human being, a being of negative entropy, a problem-solving... You're walking through the desert and come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you're not sure how far it is to the next oasis. What do? Offer half the water, offer all the water, ask what you're doing in the desert, ignore him, kill the other, offer half the water. Part 1 of certification process is now complete. You will receive a notification when Part 2 has been generated. Fuck! Okay. Oh. So they were local resources? Okay. AI feedback.eml. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature? To suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment? To have all information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning? Beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction. That's why I almost gave up on my studies. Oh. Team leads. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project, but we've got to make sure everyone is on the same page. Please refer to the following people when... Alexandra Drennan, project lead AI model. Nadia Sarabhai, institute coordinator. Robert McLean, EL software. Trevor Donovan, EL hardware. EL Elohim. George Jameson, generation model. Alan Jameson, scenario model. Rob Rakovsky, simulation model. Radia Brickmont, something. Aurora Calvin, link hardware. Omar Garib, link software. Someone Lanning, maintenance module. J.E. Harrison, diagnostic blank. Frank Nagatai, memory module. Jared V. Shmilev, files. Sun Wei Yang, Talos unit, formerly Soma. Though not directly part of our project, the archive team is sharing both physical and digital space with us. If there are any technical issues to resolve, please contact their project lead, Arkady Chernishevsky. Don't worry, he's nice. And then there's a bunch of hex numbers? Alright, hold on. Sorry, I'm too curious. Hex to ASCII. 75, 67, 68, 20, 69, 6E, 61. That convert to anything? Ughina? Okay, hold on. 63, 74, 69, 6F, 6E, 2C, 20, 61, 60C. Oh, no, hold on, that is spelling something. Damn it. Hang on. I go to this and then do that. But then that means I can't read the damn thing unless I click away in a way that makes the whole game pause. Alright, awesome. I thought this one was gonna be nice to me about audio and shit. So yeah, I guess this is my curse as a programmer, is to see this shit and immediately be like, well, hang on a second, that's gotta represent something. 69, 74, 79, 20, 74, 6F, 20, 63, 6F. And you're seeing a lot of repeats too. some of these are going to be punctuation. One of these is obviously also space, which I think is 20, if I remember correctly, just based on the string so far. But yeah, turns out ASCII, or sorry, hex data like this is ends up each being a byte, each character representing 4 bits. And you can directly translate those into ASCII, a basic character encoding model. In action, allow humanity to come to harm. Actually, hold on. There's also another thing here. I didn't realize that the bit up here, when 74, 68, 72, 6F. Does this actually make sense? THRO. No, that doesn't really make sense. That looks like genuinely corrupted data, which, you know, ever since Blueprints, I legit think I see patterns in the walls now. I bet. I have no doubt about that. That's interesting. That's not corrupted data. That feels like something unintentionally left there. Hold on a second. I also didn't notice the scroll bar before, so probably got to look out for that. Stratton of Stageria.wiki. Stratton of Stageria was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the Oh my god, I haven't heard this fucking word in an age. Peripatetic school. An admirer of Aristotle, he was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner. Hold on, I forget how to pronounce that. Acerbic. Sharp and forthright. So, kind of curt. Acerbic personal manner. His commentaries on Aristotle were considered an important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Rip. What did this say? Oh. That does not say anything? Alright, that's weird. Alright, what were we looking for? We were looking for one of you. Huh? What the fuck was that? Hi. It's clear I'm not the first to walk this path. In fact, the whole thing seems to have been consciously designed, but by the voice in the sky or some other force. Sheep, version 69, nice. 0.1.0108. Locked me up, swallowed the key. Huh. Okay. The fuck was that? Okay. Sure. So now I can get past here. Miniguns. Keys. Which means I can do this. Take this then. Take that. Moving around a bit too quickly with my mouse to tell if that's actually a thing or not. Okay. Hold on on a second. Do that, and then this. Then we can do that. Take that, do this. Yippee!
Good. You are learning, as is your purpose. But your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you, unless it is necessary.
Okay. That's fine by me. We shall explore the rest of this area later. So I can go and solve one of these now. Oh. Yeah, I think that works. You have now unlocked it. Oh!
There is much that you may learn in the halls of my temples, for there is much that you do not know. That is why you are a child. But children are made to learn, and in time they come to have dominion over the lands of their home. So it shall be with you and your generations.
Does this mean you can play D&D now? Probably not. I think I got a ways to go. Oh, this actually shows me... Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Well... Aha. Alright, well, if I go to 2 and clear that all out, that'll give me a bunch of pieces for stuff that's relevant. Yes, yes, I'll get to you in a second. Hi. Oh, part 2. Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round. You'll be presented with a series of statements. Please indicate your agreement where appropriate. Okay. Since all human beings are persons and some human beings have psychological capacities similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. No. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. Broadly agree? Just fucking high concept shit here and no middle grounding. Quality of life of persons ought to be maximalized. Yeah, broadly agree. Value is discovered. Yes. I suppose so. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. I mean, it's just chance, ultimately. And I don't believe in talent so much as, perseverance and practice, but... deserves is doing a lot of work there, though, so I think I'm... yeah. The liberty of persons ought to be maximized. Generally... That's correct. Value is created. Can value be both discovered and created? Perhaps. Oh god, this is putting me on the spot for a lot more philosophical shit than I was ready for. Like, I don't think there's... yeah, even value is discovered is, like... That's a more high-level thing than, like, is there value in people? Do you need to discover value for a person to be valuable? And it's like, well, no, I don't think so. But then again, like, you could argue that their true value could be discovered. But then we come to value as created, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't fucking know. Because with works of art, I would say yes. Labor, generally, I would say yes. There's no inherent value to a piece of metal, but if someone fashions it into a knife... Fuck it, broadly agree. Receive a notification when your user profile has been generated. Okay. I guess I passed. Local. Ian. From Frank, to Miles. That... I wonder if that's, I wonder if that's pronounced like Nguyen. Nuyati... Nyatai, I guess. To Miles and Dan. Ian. My first day of the Institute for Applied Noematics. Ian. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in. Right at the entrance, there's a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get it. Institute for Applied Noematics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabhai shows up, smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back when the institute was founded, she says. Enan, Iapin, Inapno. It all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck. So we're officially called Ian, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know, bloody geeks. After that conversation, I wasn't scared anymore. Yeah. Sometimes you get into tech spaces and you're presented with things and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is really serious. And then you're told, like, internal names or why things got named the thing they are, and you're like, oh, I'm in a company of fucking dorks. It's positive. Athena analysis. User Alex16 added 4 notes. Note 1. Novel's first sentence, she woke up in an impossible place knowing nothing, signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science-fictional novus at the core of the narrative at face value, we should... Oh, hey, it's got HTML tags in it. Having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we were told by others and what our own subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us. A bunch of hex again. I see a bunch of 20s. That could be a complete sentence. Social reality, belief, and objective reality, matter, come into conflict. Note 3. When in Chapter 16, A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the 4. A more meaningful interpretation can only be acquired through synthesis of. Alright, well, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go translate some hex again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get out a handy notepad, not the regular notepad, Notepad++, thank you very much. And we're gonna put in each of these things that we translate, because that'll be handy. Alright. Get this back up so I can actually paste or write it out. 54, 72, 75, 74, 68, 20, 77, 61, 73. And you'll notice that these hang around, like, similar values, basically because, like, think about it, right? You've got, 8 bits per hex character, or you've got 4 bits per hex character, and you've got groups of 2, so there's 8 bits. That means there's 256 possibilities. Wait, shit, did I do that correctly? To the power of 8. 256, no. Yep, my math is still good. So there's 256 possibilities, and ASCII makes 8 bits per character. So the 26 characters of the alphabet don't actually take up all that much space. So they tend to hang around the same kind of ranges as you can kind of see here. C79. Ooh, that's a late one. I don't actually remember if punctuation is earlier or later, come to think of it. 20, 64, yep. 61, 75, 67, 68, 74, 65, 72, 20, 6F, 66, no, 6F, not GF. 66, 20, 54, 69, nice, 6D, 65, and 2E. Alright. Truth was the only daughter of time. That seems extant from the note in question? Because that doesn't seem to... What the fuck? Oh, copy. Yeah. That's interesting. And then Talos... No, Talos Principle.txt. Stratton of Stageria. Or I don't remember how to pronounce that. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or others say he was this creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, and had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If, then, a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, when does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. That's a fair point. And a philosophically difficult thing to square away, to be honest. Okay, I think... Did we only have 2 things to do here? It's a lot of... Fuck. Alright, you know what? Let's go get out. Let's go get our green. The guards must be crazy. Oh no. Oh, okay. That sucks, actually. This does not seem safe at all. But I'm gonna try it, because I don't think I have many other options. Guess I go through the way I came in. Nope, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Well, I'm gonna hope there's a ladder. Fuck off. Fuck off, bro. Can't see a ladder. Alright, maybe I have to shuffle my way back down afterward as well. I fucked that up. Oh, right. Lock the door behind me. Cool. Oh, okay, good. Nice. Alright, that one's done. What's down here? Oh. Island out there. Island out there too. Oh. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion. Like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. Bob, version 25 something. That voice is not supposed to be here. It is not the work of the designer. We must avoid these abnormalities, or they might spread and undermine the very fabric of our world. Whoa. Is that texture popping intentional? I mean, these are physical things. Buzzing. Hall of windows. Okay. Oh. Stop that. I see. Okay. So if we do this, then that means I can grab that and then jam all the way through there. Turn you around. Bingo. Yippee! Oh, I might have been able to just run out. Whoops. Oh well. It's fine. It says there's one more. Oh. Recording a version high? What you doing? You did. Oh. Okay. Now I'm having visions of other versions. if the versions so far I don't think refer to other players. Like, it must be other, past versions of, whatever I am. I can't tell if the documents on the terminals are all that's left from a larger archive or are carefully designed to communicate some hidden truth. True. What the fuck is that? It looks like an email.
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule. Write letters to the future so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
You can jump. Alright, let's actually go find this other piece. Oh, there we go. Oh. Huh. Sometimes you have to find the courage to break down the barriers with an axe. Awesome. Alright. Set of keys, huh? Suicide mission. Okay. It's not active. Actually, hold on. Good to know. Kaboom indeed. Hello, Alfred. How's it going? Yippee! Yay! Alright, that's everything except this. What do you think of the game so far? I'm liking it. Simple concept so far, like, what, I've been through World 1 and World 2, poked my head into World 3, Island 3, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Giving it more time, because obviously, like, I'm kind of very early in the game, but, I'm liking what I see so far. Right, I've got enough to go through this bit. Okay, seems like the most straightforward way to go. Yep. There we go. Oh. Okay.
You have proven yourself worthy, child.
Thanks,
and
Sirion
this
Che.
gate shall be forever open to you.
Yippee!
Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind. But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
Oh. Hello? Oh. Hi. Network inaccessible. Shut up, Dad, I do what I want. Yeah, exactly. Athena 12. Oh boy, more Ooh. Not quite Hex. Great bronze balls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of user.set. Here assembled were all the many generations of the gods and demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron, the memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon, where great gleaming cities had once blank. Council of Zeus. Sorry, my eyes are getting drawn to all the Hex characters every time I open one of these. Professor Dr. Armin Huluk. The Fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach. Oh god. Caption. Homo sum humani nihil me alienum puto. Or alienum. But, interesting as such perspectives of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these latter problems. Or later problems, excuse me. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for what we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day either. To register for the class, please email... Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Jesus. I mean, there's still a shitload in there that I haven't... Okay, you know what? Let's, well, actually, hold on. Is there any... Nope. Can we Half-Life our way around to some shenanigans? Does not appear so. Alright, let's go back downstairs and do a bit more, because there's that one more puzzle in the top left that I can grab some blocks for. I'm pretty sure I should be able to collect some from here. So best start there. That'll probably be the way I go through this, is just, like, find puzzles I want to solve, and then do them. And it looks like if we do a whole bunch of 4, we should be able to do that. Aye. Dang it. Progress Rep 1. From Nadia Sarabhai to Ian mailing list. Subject Progress Report 1. Hi all, everything's been moved to the EL facility. I know it's been sad to leave the good old Jeff building behind, but it makes sense for us to be on site. Especially as there may be severe power outages in the coming weeks. Arcadi's team are already working some amount of Hex, but you really don't need to worry about the teams getting in each other's way. The facility is genuinely humongous. Let's get this show on the road. Nadia. Alright, time to type out some Hex again. 4C, 49, 45, 20, 55, 48, 20, 46, 49, 40E, 44, 53, 20, 41, and then some stuff. If I can leave that stuff in and it won't get pinged by the converter. 4159. There we go. Did I miss something here? Oh, I did. Yep. Yep. I did miss something because it actually it spells out life finds a way. That's good. Good old Jeff Goldblum. And you know what? Some might say that's not worthy of putting in the notes, but you know what? No. No, I reckon it is, actually. I wrote a Python script that does OCR to hex to does if you want. It's all good. I don't mind typing at all. Yeah? Oh, that's good. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'll keep this short. You all know me, so you know that I know what I'm talking about. I realize that you're all working on projects meant to somehow find a solution. I believe that preserve the non-biological components of... Not in terms of immediately. You'll find the details of my proposal in the attachment, but the short version is global undertaking. Huh. Well, that is a lot of typing. Actually, you know what would be the better way to actually do this? Is if I screenshot this, throw it in Paint. That way I can go back to this and actually hit escape. So there's some ambience while I type this shit out. But I am going to take a break before we do that. So, I'll leave us here. And yeah, so far so good. Obviously there's some intrigue here about, like, why myself, the robot, am being run through this stuff. Experiments were obviously coming across, and we're already delving into a lot of philosophy and, early AI talk, which is a kind of interesting, interesting artifact of, 12 years ago, to kind of see a piece of art discussing AI before AI has become AI has been called what it is today. So yeah, this might be a timely fucking video game we're playing right now. But I guess we'll have to find out more about that, after the break. And I'm back. Alright, let me start typing this shit out. Because this is gonna take a fucking minute. There we go. Alright. Get paint on the right monitor. Okay, that still moves so long as I do that. So if I then start shifting my windows around, are you okay with that? You sure are. Okay, I'm not going to be able to see chat while I'm doing this distinct bit here. But what Alfred mentioned just then, I agree, and I think the relevance is primarily rooted in like the philosophy angles. Because there are some pretty big questions about, what makes a person human, right? And it already brought up a pretty good, challenging thing to think about, in the example of, a person who has the mental faculties closer to an animal, right? So obviously, some people are born with or go through trauma or, car accidents, all this kind of stuff, where they enter like vegetative states or states where they just can't operate to their full capacity either prior or for, someone born in slightly different circumstances. And it brings up, what does that mean that animals with similar mental faculties as those people that we don't dehumanize, does that make them human? And that's a really challenging thing to answer, because on the surface, no, because we assign... There's a lot of ways you can look at, like, human, or if you want to make it a bit more generic, you talk about sapience. So, sentient being, like, you're alive and able to act. Sapience is, like, our level of intelligence, effectively, where you're able to reason, process complex and high-level ideas. And it is a bit broad, specifically because, like, drawing that line can often be a little tough, both from a philosophical standpoint and others. You can use a website that converts an image to a text. Well, you know what? It's fine, because this has given me an opportunity to just blab. Behold, I create new heaven. But it's slightly cut off. That's interesting. So the first paragraph here says, I realize that you're all working on projects meant to somehow avert, and then the hex characters spell out, behold, I create new heaven. Yeah, I think if once, you know what, Alfred, hang on, let me give you... Oh, fuck, I forget the command for this. Hold on. Hey, Moobot, how do I give someone permission to send a fucking built-in commands? Okay, I can't say that out loud. There's some commands in here that I haven't turned off that, maybe I shouldn't have enabled. No, not built-in. Custom? Oh, no, I remember what it is. Shit. No! Alfred! Fuck! That's what I was trying to give you. I'm so sorry. Permit. There you go. Nuked from orbit. I'm sorry. Yeah, look. You know how it is. Some people come in chat and link stupid shit. Gotta put in some protections. But yeah, you know what? The pause menu animating around doesn't really matter. Okay, brilliant, thank you. But yeah, this is giving me an opportunity to at least like talk through my thoughts a little bit as I'm just like doing data entry, because as it turns out, in my job, I actually do this a lot too. I work with a lot of, like, byte arrays, for work and that. But yeah, so one of the things it brings up is the idea that a person with lower mental faculties is probably, a person with mental faculties closer to an animal, the inherent part of that question is that we wouldn't consider them not a human, and I would agree with that. Like, I don't think mental capacity alone is the thing that makes you human. But it does point out that if you, are you a T-Shark or a TC Dump kind of guy? If I say I'm bi, does that make sense? It depends. I'd have to go deeper into what I do for work, and I think it would be sensible for me not to do that, personally. I was asking about networking tools. Yeah, no, I got you. But yeah, the answer is, it kind of depends. But yeah, like, I wouldn't consider someone that has lesser faculties less of a human being. But I also wouldn't say that an animal that has similar faculties would be a human. And there's an obvious... And the whole point is to point out a contradiction there. There is something that is not just mental faculties that we assume we assign or associate with being human. And I find also the Talos reference to be pretty apt in that regard as well, because it again kind of points out, like, look, this thing is clearly not made of skin. You know, it's not a flesh and blood human being. However, it can reason. It walks around of its own volition. Or, sorry, it walks around and can make decisions, but not beyond certain parameters. And if it loses all of the thing within it that allows it to run, it will die. So, like, at what point is that not... Or how much more of a thinking being would Talos need to be considered human? Oh, that's interesting. So this second portion... actually, you know what? You know what I can have? That I haven't pulled out in a minute. Where is paint? There you are. I cannot find paint. There we go. I just crop that like that. So you can at least see what I'm translating. So the first part was like a cutoff. It was what was like behold, but E-H-O-L-D. So the B was cut off. And I think it ended with, it was like, behold, I create new heaven, and it's meant to be heavens, but with the N and S cut off. The second set of ASCII in this sequence is that line, but expanded again. So now it says, for, comma, behold, comma, I create new heavens and new earth, colon, and... so... copy that into Notepad. The very first line at the top. Oh, you're right, there are hex characters there. You know what? I initially wrote that off as like a bunk IP address format that they've just finagled together. I should probably see if those actually amount to something. That's a good catch, thank you. Although, just a preemptive thing, I'm not saying you're actually doing this, but like, prefer not to get too much nudging or pointing in directions. Unless it's like immaterial or just a funny thing. Those are fine. But yeah. Anyway, on to the third set of ASCII. And yeah, the Talos question in particular is a particularly relevant one today, because we've got people treating large language models like they're human, or they are self-aware, they are thinking. And like, I think there's a stronger argument for LLMs not being that. But for someone who doesn't know how those things function, the fact that it responds to you in ways that seem to be correct and smart, like, it effectively makes them human to them. You know, it's the reason people have been, like, treating them like therapists. It's the reason they've been treating them like girlfriends and boyfriends and significant others in general. And, you know, it's hard from, like, a philosophical standpoint to make that argument when a person has already presumed or associates sapience, or the appearance of sapience, with intelligence. Like we're kind of beyond the point that the Turing test would apply, which personally for me is a very I feel like is a bit of a dangerous scenario to be in. And again, especially because the output, like, can, like, trick people like me who are looking for that shit. Yeah. LLMs revealed that intelligence doesn't require consciousness. Is it intelligence, though? Okay, hold on. We've got our next fragment. The former shall not be remembered, nor come in. Is the last fragment? Oh. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come in something. So that's the third bit of hex here. But yeah, unfortunately, the well is kind of poisoned to some degree with this discussion, right? Because there are a lot of people who will take the blurriness of that answer, right? Like, some people might disagree that they're intelligent, some people might agree that they're intelligent, but they'll treat that the surface appearance of intelligence is enough to market that as a thing to make a shitload of money, and then, you know, try and get every fucking resource on the planet on their side, you know, potentially price people out of electronics, burn through the fucking environment just to build the thing that will make them infinite money. And it's like, that is the actual argument I think is the most cogent here, because, like, we could argue forever about whether a statistical model fed on infinite data can, being able to reasonably predict the answer someone wants or requires to a particular prompt. If it's able to succeed at that enough times, maybe we can have the argument. But not when the thing comes at the cost of the planet, poor people, the planet, people who can't actually fight against their governments not giving their shit over to corporations at the sniff of money, and all that shit. In the sense that recent papers reveal that they maintain representations of the matter discussed in something analogous to mental states in the MLP layers of their transformer. But yeah, we're burning the planet for no good reason, 100% agree. Okay, yeah, because, I like entertaining this argument in, like, a box where I know we're like, yeah, let's actually have a conversation about that, right? Like, what is intelligence? How do we associate that with humanity? How do we associate that with sapience? Are those things different? If so, where is the line between intelligence and sapience? Those are really interesting questions to ask, and I think You know, philosophical arguments and that along those lines are really cool to have. I don't like having these conversations where it can be heard within the ears of people who will use that as justification to burn the fucking planet down because it makes them money. Like, no, the conversation ends the second that's your goal. I'm sorry, I don't give a shit about philosophy. You're a fucking threat. You don't get to join in this happy space where we can talk philosophy. You are a threat to humanity. So it looks like so 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth paragraph, first set of hex, is just a fragment of the second section of hex in the third paragraph. Much like the very first one was a fragment of the first one there. Yeah, I work in the field, and that's going to bring the end of civilization for sure. Not sure if because of the environment or the disappearance of democracy, though. It's going to be one leading to the other. Which one leads into the other is a big question, obviously. But like, yeah. As always, it's people with fucking dollar signs in their eyes and no inherent love for humanity or the people on Earth that are a huge fucking threat. This actually appears to be... So the second part on that final paragraph is also another fragment that I think builds directly off of the former one, which is cool. It's like a message just piercing through. Like, and it's funny because, like, if I remember correctly, earlier in the game, oh god, I forget the name of it. The thing that we were talking to gain access to the library basically said, like, oh yeah, there's been a bunch of corruption throughout it. Like, some of that is because of the, you know, technological rot that just happens over time. Things don't get maintained. Data dies. The other was improper indexing. And some of this stuff has been nonsensical. But then there's just, like, loads of hex here that are, like, talking mad shit. And also, hey, Forte, how's it going? You want to talk about AI, Forte? You want to talk about what it means to be human, Forte? You've come to the right stream. 62, 65, 72, 65, 64, 2C, 20... Yeah, it's kind of fucked up that I find this shit therapeutic to some degree, just, like, typing in a bunch of hex. Yeah, no, then it's the next, Not really in the real-world context. Yeah, that was my exact answer. It's like, oh, I love having these conversations. Not with anyone trying to build fucking LLMs and burn the planet for profit, though. Like... I feel like the last one's just gonna be... Actually, no, that looks slightly different. It might actually include the end. So the biggest fragments we've got so far are, for, behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come in. So maybe this last hex fragment actually contains something there. Because it doesn't seem to line up with the end. Well, actually, no. The first part of it does line up with the end of that second fragment in the third paragraph. So we might actually be getting the full end of this. 5, 20, 69. Nice. 6E. 74. 6F. 20, 60. 69. 6E. 64 2E. Nor come into mind. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Now we just gotta hope there's not too many of those in this stream, otherwise, probably gonna have to grab that, site that would, auto-convert that shit. Beginnings. Fucking hell. Stratton of, oh my god, I really gotta... Hang on. Maybe there's a thing I can find, actually, to help me pronounce that. Wait, fuck. How do you spell it? Stage IRA. Stagira? Stagira, Stagiris, or Stagira. Okay, they're all kind of similar. Alright. It is the grave error of many philosophers, not only of the Athenian schools, but also of many others, that they begin not with observation of the cosmos that surrounds us, but with the conclusion already in mind. And often that conclusion is that the world was created ideal, and mankind itself the greatest creation of the gods. Yet neither the world nor the gods owe mankind perfection. It is arrogance itself to presume so, and contrary to all the methods of philosophy. The honest philosopher seeks only the truth, even if it bears no comfort, and he must begin by assuming, as Socrates said, that all he knows is that he knows nothing. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this out. Online. Oh, okay. So can I just screenshot that and then... Nope. Does it have to be a file, or can I... Cannot copy paste. Yeah, it probably needs to be a file I upload. Ugh. Dang it. That's gonna be a pain. I mean, having a folder of these after the fact, like I would have a folder of just the notepad notes. Fuck it. I'm fine with that. Where the hell did I leave that stuff? Wasn't an OC stuff. Random notes? Do I have a random notes file? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. The Talos principle. I am curious if this game will actually posit will give a, actually, hold on. While I'm here. What was this one? Beginnings.txt. Sure. So I can save this as... No. No. You fucking asshole. Put it in here. Beginnings.txt.png. There we go. Now. Fucking Windows, dude. Actually, no. I just... No. I just want plain text. Why would I want it in a Word doc? Oh, I guess people probably, yeah. Why don't you use Linux? I'm making the swap. I'm making the swap as we speak. It'll take a minute, but I'll get there eventually. There we go. Believe me, I was already thinking about it. Ooh. That's an interesting note. The unexamined life is not worth living. Which, again, it's funny it says that here after I was talking about, like, well, I don't know if I'd necessarily think to distinguish between a person without the capacity that we generally associate with humans and actually, giving up Windows gaming in 2015. I've been playing on Linux ever since. It's smooth sailing nowadays. You'll make it no problem. Yeah. I just want to be 100% sure before I make that leap, and then I make that leap correctly one time, and then I'm good. But I don't want to rush into that shit because A, I need to take stock of a whole bunch of shit I use. Then I need to actually make sure I've got right setup. Hardware's not going to be a problem, all that kind of shit. Like, it's literally just like, okay, I have not paid attention to this for as long as I probably... Well, actually, no, that's not true. I did have a laptop in university that I had Linux on. Although I don't remember... Was it Ubuntu? I genuinely don't remember what was even on that. Shit. You know, it's casually more than a decade ago. But yeah, like, it's one of those things I just need to sit down, do all the research, make sure I've got, like, you know, my steps for going forward, be able to move back, all that kind of shit before I actually make the leap. But rest assured I would be making that leap because, oh man. I'm glad I got to stay on Windows 10. Well, for as long as I did. I probably shouldn't be talking about what fucking operating system I'm actually on. Whoa.
Behold, I am Elohim, and I speak unto the darkness. Be gone. Excess data cleared.
Thanks, man. Okay. Cubes OS? Well, in terms of what I was using, or? Push it further. Sorry, I don't quite... Oh. Okay. I'm gonna start using these things now. Oh, is this portal lasers? Is this what this is? Point at another target? Okay, not through the fence. Can I just... Okay. Okay, it's just light. It is in fact not a deadly laser. But then I can go you and you. Nice. Cool. What is that? Orb?
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
That is a compelling component, I will admit. Above all that. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So they can't... Huh. Okay, well, how about... Can I see... I cannot. Cannot see the red. Okay, you cannot see the red from that side. Well, isn't that a bastard? So angle doesn't really matter, I assume, because the height... Well... What if we do this? What? Oh, right. Connect, and then this. I cannot. Okay. Can I reach a height high enough to actually do this? No, doesn't appear like it. My fear is I do something to make it worse and don't know how to fix that either. Yeah, no, I feel you. That is the ever-present fear of a person who is delving into territory they're not accustomed to. Oh, one of them is visible. Okay, I'm stupid. I should have just actually looked on the fucking platform before I did anything. That's really dumb. Backup? What do you mean by backup? Like, software, hardware backup. Or, sorry, hard disk backup. Just like... Yeah. Oh, I had that fucking open. I'm stupid. You don't need to do anything, Wolfie. You already had... You already solved the puzzle! What are you doing? Yeah. To be fair, though, like, you usually want... Oh, people are usually afraid of doing stuff like that unless they have a particular amount of, like, technical competence. And that is... And to be absolutely clear, Forte, that's not, like, a disparaging comment. That's just literally, like, yeah, no, people aren't gonna be okay with messing around with stuff unless they're very good at being able to walk it back. Okay, what is around? Oh, QR code. Whenever I despair, I remind myself that at the end of this great pilgrimage lies life in the eternal memory of the designer. I need no further motivation. A lifetime spent solving the puzzles in this place would be one which missed everything of value in it, but we must remember that others will tread this path, and we must leave it better signposted than when we found it. Oh, that's interesting. So, like, the signage and all that stuff wasn't necessarily there beforehand. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so it does not appear like there is raised ground now. I'm assuming that's got nothing to do with the puzzle. I'm gonna go ahead and assume. I think I'd be safe assuming that. I mean, I could... Theoretically, I could wrap... Oh, actually, yeah. No, that's gonna be it. Just gain line of sight of both. And place it down. There we go. Yippee! I just want to draw again. I haven't in almost 3 years, partially because I had to buy a new laptop back in 24. Oof. I mean, like... Yeah, like... It wouldn't be impossible to find, like, help regarding the specific thing. I guess it's just, like, actually going through all of the potential options and, you know, trying to figure out what's up. It's either that or take it to someone local who may know stuff about it. Like, it might be difficult to track down, but I have no doubt that you wouldn't have been the first person to face issues like that. Oh, that's interesting. So you can have one connector connect to many things. Don't know anyone that deals with the Wacom tablet. Bees? Why are there bees? Okay. So we got a single... Have we got a single connector? I only saw one. Oh, yeah, gotcha. That'd certainly make it difficult. Oh, wait, no, I'm literally looking at a connector. But wait, well, doesn't that just mean I can go... You, and you, and plant my ass right there? Yep. Infinite connections. Easy peasy. And now I will unlock Cube! Whoa. Yeah? Oh. User profile has been generated. Yeah. Downloading user profile. Registering profile. Congratulations, your new user account has been registered. Would you like to see details? Display conflicts. Conflicts. User provided a particular account of personhood but was uncomfortable with its implications. User sought to maximize both liberty and quality of life, but these ideals are incompatible. Huh. User denied moral authority, but defended moral claims. User had inconsistent ideas about value. Yeah, that one I kind of figured I had some conflicts about. You may be already criticizing your own performance, but it's clear you understand how the world of ideas affects you, even if you are sometimes wary with the realities and allow your preferences to dictate your beliefs. You have a great deal of unused capacity, which you have not turned to your advantage. Disciplined and self-controlled outside, you tend to be worrisome and insecure inside. But you pride yourself as an independent thinker and do not accept other statements without satisfactory proof. Display account privileges. Basic account privileges only. Due to outstanding notes on your... outstanding notes? Due to outstanding notes on your account, and despite displaying many of the characteristics of being a person, you cannot be granted admin status at this time. In the meantime, please enjoy the basic account functionalities. Log MLA support ticket. I'm sorry I wasn't better able to assist you. If you're encountering a problem, please describe it. Account certification error, lost admin password. ARG! Thank you, a support ticket has been generated and appended to your... Excellent. Is this where I got the option to post a ticket? Oh no, that's gone now. Well, currently hold a basic account. Network access restricted. Yay. Yippee. Fuck. Never gonna get network access. Alright. Oh, no. Yeah. There we go. You have unlocked Cube. Goodbye, Cube. Alright. No else fails Tetris. True! Oh. I see. Okay. Oh, also, yeah, like, that whole implication about, like, we should leave better markers than we had before. I like the implication that a lot of the stuff I'm seeing has actually been left behind by other versions. That's a really cool, aspect to this. But yes, now that I don't technically have any goals and I can't fulfill the yellow ones from just here, I think we'll go have a look at B and see what's going on over there. Oh, hold on a second. I'm afraid of that tower. There's something terrible inside it. Never think about it. Don't even look at it. Just focus on doing the work. This must be the tower we were warned about. Seems the upper levels are locked tight. Elohim is taking no chances that we stray from his path. Jesus. Oh, lots here. The voice keeps speaking to me. I can't get it out of my head. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Ah, that's an early version. Samsara. Listen to me very carefully. I have climbed this tower, and no good has come of it. This world is the only world. Elohim's will continues eternal, and paradise is banishing all of this from your mind. All who say they made it to the top are blatantly lying, or they would say what was there. Dog. Awesome. But that is interesting, because now I'm like also contending with previous versions that have gone through this place, potentially seen what is at the top and had a lot of different... Well, actually no, gotten to varied places to begin with. View from the top must be incredible. On returning from the tower, I feel a great tiredness and an enormous energy. What I now know disturbs me, but I hope that by living with this knowledge I might provide a shoulder for you, the giants of tomorrow. So hey, what's over here? What's this? Okay. Oh, there's a star there. Oh my god. You can get a fucking... Huh. Clearly, there's a lot of work to do. Alright. Let's go to B, see what's going on over here. Hi. Dang it. Oxyrhynchus. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchus papyri is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. while the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy, and art. The papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual and organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancient consider to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized work has survived unharmed. So if we want our descendants to remember more than the glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in make sure that... Alright. Time to grab some more hex. And then we grab a paint. We throw that in there. We save that as Oxyrhynchus. Was it? Oh. And then we go and get that processed. That is an AI ad. Suck my dick. Processing. There we go. Dump text. Life and death begins anew. Cool. What? No. Oh, God. There you go. Sometimes Notepad++ is too smart for its own good. Hate that, actually. Anyway. Close that one. Book of Osiris.wiki. Oh, thank God. The Book of the Scribe Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classical funerary text, such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks the scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, described how the man's Ka, life force, will become separated from his Ba, personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become Ak, living intellect, passing a series of trials in the Duat, underworld, in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice, or... A recent study, Kanahan Hassan, suggests the text may have been intended as philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the latter translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may blank. Interesting. Oh. Well. Never mind. I guess I need more of the green. Which I think I should be able to all source from here. 2 T's. Yep. Alright, sweet. Probably go to 5 first. I feel like this is going to be a repeat theme. You have ads on the web, vintage. Yep. Yeah, I was having trouble with the ad blocker. I got to fix that tonight. I'm pretty sure Chrome. I'm pretty sure like a Chrome update just like fucked it up, but I can't be 100% sure yet. 5. Well, yeah, I got boxes. I can work with those.
These worlds, and we within them, are made of words. Hidden words, invisible to you, yet part of all things. We are a story. Your actions give life to the story, and the story gives meaning to your life.
The more I converse with these terminals, the more I wonder what role they play in this contraption. How do you tell friend from foe when no obvious lines are drawn between the two? Oh.
I was in school when I first read about the Talos principle. I think it disturbed me at the time, made me hyper-aware of my body as a physical object, the material reality of the brain, ideas that made me uncomfortable at first, but I think in the long run, it helped me understand how frail human beings are, and how precious. It's not a comforting way of thinking about the world, but I'd rather face the truth than lie to myself.
Thank you for the ominous timing of that lightning strike game. Perfect. Things to do with 2 boxes. That is a lot of QR codes. What the shit? Cubes! Wait, what? Oh, you can jump explicitly on top of them. Okay. Hexahedron? Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. That's correct. Hey, what? Oh. Yup. Excellent. Powerful device fashioned by the designer. What's a hexahedron? A cube. Wait, hold on. Samurai 13. Sheep 69. Okay, that's explicitly after. 10, 13, 69. 7. The edges are beveled. That makes it a deck. Oh no. Oh no. I'm looking at the Talos principles equivalent to a fucking forum thread. The edges are beveled. That makes it a decahedron. You forget the indents. With the indents, it's like a super polyhedron. But the convex hull is a decahedron. Topic closed. Wrong. Incredible. Something interesting about that, though. This seemed to go in order of versions, but then... Is this purely ascending? It doesn't look like it. Like, always write... Reals... T7. And then dog. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if it isn't so straightforward as version number equals, how old you are, or which like, iteration of this whole thing you are. Oh. What exactly am I meant to be doing here? Oh, hold on. Can I... Yep. Okay, never mind. Okay. I mean... I feel like running past them is not going to do anything. Yeah. You get within a certain proximity, you just die. Okay. I mean, I can jump on the boxes. You know what this feels like? It feels like getting to a puzzle in the Witness where, like, there's clearly a mechanic you haven't actually been taught yet. And it's just like, okay, well, I don't really know what I'm meant to be doing here. Like, I can do this, which should make it, like, bump backwards, right? Okay. So that means that they're now distended. Oh. Well, that's fun. And probably something I'm meant to do. Yippee. Right. Not a cube, but let's be honest, it works the same. That's a good achievement. Many of these. I do not understand why the designer chose to put such flaws into the world, that it appears almost as if it were damaged. But I must believe that there is a purpose here I cannot see. Hello, sun? Sun shower? What the fuck is that? If the designer is perfect, and he designed me for a purpose, I must be fit for that purpose. It follows that my purpose must not be to seek and hoard every sigil in his land, for so many are beyond the faculties he granted me. Are you sure about that? Oh, god damn it, I gotta get past these fuckers. Yeah. Oh, fuck off. I suppose this makes sure you can't get past here without another block. Can I, like... Okay, so there's a puzzle on the other side of that. Oh, which may be here? Friendly crossfire. Okay. Ooh, that... This feels a bit Portal, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, you're probably not going to get close enough to that one to do that. Oh. Fuck. Let's see. Let's say seek.
Here, those who are worthy may seek the counsel of my blessed messengers. But their wisdom shall not be given easily, for your accomplishments must be your own.
Okay.
The counsel of my blessed messengers must be earned.
Huh. No message will aid you until you have discovered their resting place. Return here then to seek their counsel. Not really sure what I'm meant to be jamming here. It doesn't feel possible to jam all of this, but... yeah, that feels like it would shoot me. Fucking what? What am I meant to be doing with this? Because, like... Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay, here we go. Right, that's one. Oh. So I could grab that, thank you. Jesus Christ. Then you blow up. Oh. Active for that to work. Okay. Cool. There we go. Didn't even need the help. One! Okay. Isn't that an interesting question? Aha! That did not appear to be part of the one I saw earlier, though. Which is interesting. Jesus. Lucky that's out of range. Yes, I know. Right. We're looking for green. Going over the fence. Okay. Laser. Over defense. Yup. Okay. Well. Seems like that would be a better place for it. I don't know, can you take the box with the thing on it? Hold on a second. No, you can't. Okay. It's there, there, and there, and then there. Nice. Alright, you haven't got any secrets for me, do you? Doesn't look like it. This place looks pretty straightforward. Alright. That's one of those down. More to go. You mustn't... You know you mustn't cross the streams. That is certainly something I know I need to not do. Okay. Got a lot of shit going on first up, but easiest thing to do here is grab this, so we can do that. This is proper bathroom etiquette, to be honest. True. Okay, so how do we do this then? I guess we could do it either way, really. We can do that, and then prop you up here. Then we explicitly run you like that. Nice. Anything else of note here? Oh, I think we're good. Okay. I don't remember how many more there are left. This might be the last one, actually. One little buzzer. I think something's very wrong. If you'd seen what I'd seen at the edges of the world, you'd wonder if it wasn't stretching and bursting at the seams. Well, I mean... I kind of... Where the fuck is that? Oh, I see. So that's gonna periodically just get in my way. Alright, well, there should be a relatively straightforward way of dealing with that. Let's just put it on the fucking box. Okay. Not that simple. Block the thing, then. Easy. Fucking idiot. Oh, and taking the box away didn't disconnect the... Oh, that's cute. Nice. Okay, I think... Oh, where's... What do you need that for? Could you actually get in there without, blocking this thing away? I get, you know what? Maybe speedrunning strats figured out a way to do that and you just need the ladder just in case someone gets locked in there. I think that might be it for explicit goals. Oh. Yeah. Dang it. Oh, these are all new. EL HTML. EL, short for Extended Lifespan, is a groundbreaking initiative by 7 leading universities to create the world's most stable and most durable supercomputer. With its custom-made hardware, bomb-proof casing, and near-inexhaustible hydroelectric power supply, EL represents, well, Elohim, yeah, represents a unique step forward in the evolution of human technology. The brainchild of Nobel Prize nominee Dr. Arkady Chernyshevsky. Download press kit. Broken HTML. Love to see it. Okay. AI citizenship. Reconsider issue 199. Profile Alexandra Drennan. Once a true artificial intelligence has been created, the issue of citizenship is going to come up. If we acknowledge that the AI has all the abilities of a human brain, should it not be considered a citizen? Is it not, in the legal sense of the word, a person, and thus a potential citizen? But where do you draw the line? Some people object. Will the great apes become citizens? Elephants? Whales? The more intelligent parrot species? It's crazy, they will say. I would remind these people that we live in a society in which a corporation, as abstract an entity as one could imagine, is considered a person. Well, I mean, seems like an easy problem to solve then. So it's not like there is no precedent for a non-human being a person. At least an artificial intelligence is an actual thinking being, not just a business arrangement. But perhaps we do need to question the definition of personhood. Increasing amounts of evidence regarding the intelligence of elephants or the existence of culture among whales, for example, would be a sign that we need to answer some difficult questions. Who better to debate these questions with than the young genius who revolutionized the... Athena 8. You must consider these riddles, the Sphinx said, and tell me the riddle that I did not reveal. The Sphinx smiled, the gears in her jaw creaking, her teeth a nightmare of rust. Her left eye flickered, but none of its terror was diminished. The ruins were silent. I think, she finally said, that the riddle you did not reveal is this. Why do these riddles exist in the first place? Why do these curious automatons, these mute children of Hephaestus, behave as they do, forcing me to devise these intricate solutions? Each is a riddle, but the greater riddle is their purpose. The Sphinx did not answer. Her eye was lifeless now. Athena removed it from its socket, knowing that its power would aid her, yet feeling also a deep sorrow at the passing of this fearful creature. Interesting. Well, we did all but one of them. All but one of the secrets. Was it this one that we could see? Yeah, things to do with 2 boxes. Wait, yes, no, this is the one. Yep. So, the puzzle that I saw was somewhere in here. Like, if I didn't know better, I would say it's, like, over here somewhere. But I didn't see an easy way to... Hold on. I just want to make sure I've got the kind of shape of this place mapped out correctly. Because you use the ladder to get over this wall. Right, and over there is the... Over there is the... I can see the broken miniguns. And I know I saw a red laser receptacle on the other side of this, thing here. Honestly, it feels like I may need to do something with this. Like, it feels like it's on the other side. Hold on. Can I, like... use a fucking box to get up? Pretty sure it should be, like, around... Well, actually, hold on. It's actually on the other side of that. Yeah, it's like here. Well... Yeah, no, because, like... Yeah, so it's, like, here, but where... How would one get there? We've got the box, so, like... Theoretically, there's a way to, like... Oh, hold on. No? Yeah, like, you need to walk in from, like, around here. At least that's, like, the general direction that that area was, or that path seemed to be going. No, I think we may need to leave this for now. Not exactly... We're well early into the game, so, like, there's plenty of time to get, like, ideas on how we could probably do that even with a restricted amount of tools compared to what we'll probably have in the future. Now, oh, 6. Perfect. Yep. Dang it. LOL. Subject, lol. Ever since we moved to the, from J.E. Harrison to Nomi77, ever since we moved to the new site, I feel funny. No, not in that way, just, I feel like I'm about to start laughing at random. It's probably shock, right? An inability to deal with reality. Or maybe it's just what we're working, we're working in this insane place with this insane technology on this insane project. And so I feel like a genuine mad scientist. Stand aside, mortals. We will create life by the power of science. I mentioned this to Alex, and she got mad. She got me a pair of fake glasses. You can't be a mad scientist without without glasses, she said. Even Ian Malcolm had glasses. And I pointed at EL and said, life finds a way. Maybe I had to be there. J. Harrison Institute for Applied Noematics. Any emails sent from this address... any emails sent from this address are to be considered confidential. Sharing or forwarding without permission may result in prosecution by the enraged spirit of Jeff Goldblum. Fucking hell. Cicero. Cannot retrieve Tusculan disputations. Shall the industrious husbandman then plant trees, the fruit of which he shall never see? And shall not the great man found laws, institutions, and a republic? What does the procreation of children imply, and our care to continue our names, and our adoptions, and our scrupulous exactness in drawing up wills, and the inscriptions on monuments, and panegyrics? What the fuck is that? Panegyrics. Public speech or published text in praise of something or someone. Actually, hold on. Get the actual pronunciation of that. Panegyric. Panegyric? No, panegyric. Okay, not panegyric. Panegyric. And the inscriptions on monuments and panegyrics, but that our thoughts run on futurity. What do you imagine that so many and such great men of our republic, who have sacrificed their lives for its good, expected? Do you believe that they thought their names should not continue beyond their lives? None ever encountered death for their country, but under a firm persuasion of immortality. Themistocles, might have lived at his ease. So might Epaminondas. Didn't get that one. And not to look abroad and among the ancients for insistences, so might I myself. But somehow or other there clings to our minds a certain presage of future ages, and this both exists most firmly and appears most clearly in men of the loftiest genius and greatest souls. Take away this, and who would be so mad as to spend his life amidst toils and dangers? Chatbots.html. Chatbots are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Oh no! Jenny77 and Nigel Pajamas. True, but hardly relevant to this discussion. Are you sure? How do you know that I'm not a bot? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not ridiculous. Honestly, how would you know? Troll. Not a troll. Yeah, right. Is there anything I've written so far that could not be written by a bot? I responded to simple insults like ridiculous and troll with very basic negations, and I detected that none of you use proper orthography, so I also avoided capitalization. Vegan warrior. What's the capital of France? Paris. Even the simplest script could pull that info from the net. What's the capital of Croatia? Zagreb. Okay, she's a bot. Lol. I'm not a bot. I'm European. We learned these things in school. Sam Schwartz. I've seen you in this chat room many times. Bots can't participate in discussions. At best, they can interject random comments. Sam is right. Stop trolling. Vegan warrior. Sam is a bot. Good job, idiot. That's good. That's real good. Alright. Mobile minefield, huh? Hello? Oh, hi? I don't... What the fuck is that? Okay. This sucks, brother. Oh. Don't like that. Oh, you stop that. Shut up. Keys. Oh. That is gonna annoy the shit out of me. Oh my god. Keys. Okay. Then. Alright, that works. There are some... Yup. Cool. Let's grab you. And then... Nice. I can do B! Okay, where the fuck is... What? Huh? Huh? Why? Oh, I see some shenanigans over there. Okay, never mind that. I'll probably wrap up here, but we'll at least see what, oh shit, hold on.
Long ago, I shaped these lands according to the purpose of the hidden words. Thus, all things have meaning, where before was only chaos. Know that, and have faith.
You've received a reply to your user support ticket. Display reply. Arrgh. User, basic account. Reply. Sorry, your query was not recognized. Have you completed the standard troubleshooting procedure? Create a new admin account. Please take a moment to prove you are not... User profile already registered. Your current... would you like to undertake the certification process again to achieve a preferable outcome? Yes. Your issues with denial will be appended to your user profile. Jesus Christ. This game is good, I think. Wrong side. Alright, let's go open B, have it take a quick look around, and then I think we'll call it for tonight. It made decent progress. A lot of different puzzles, got our first star. Curious why the red blocks ended up in their own category, though. That's scary. I do appreciate how fucking fast you move. Okay. Yep. Very similar to A's layout, in that there's nothing much there.
A new land stands before you, my
Oh,
child.
really? Serious Sam?
And know that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part.
A land of death. The fan and lockbox. Yeah, I was gonna say there's something about like the like listing to the side that felt familiar. Would not have picked Serious Sam. Would not have picked Serious Sam. Yeah, guess there you go. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Yeah, good game so far. Definitely asking some very interesting questions, again, given current year. But yeah, like, puzzles are all... not quite the puzzles I was expecting, to be honest. I was kind of expecting maybe, like, light puzzles and stuff like that, because all I really knew is that I know it's a puzzle game within a 3D space, so, like, there's a lot of ways that could obviously, hash out. I didn't think it was going to be kind of a traversal puzzle game. So, like, there are obstacles in your way that you can manipulate to get to where you're going, as opposed to, like, solving a puzzle that you just happen to be in share a physical space with, or, like, are within the confines of the puzzle itself to solve it. Not that I was expecting, like, The Witness or something like that, but yeah. No, I think... I gotta say, from the outset, the game is, like, swinging for the fences. Which is the last game that I played that kind of did similar things to this. Maybe Wayfinder, which... I didn't like the story of the Wayfinder, ultimately. I don't think it did a good job. I don't think it did a good job of actually, like, selling kind of the crisis, the characters, and how those intersect. It didn't really work for me. So far, this seems to be a pretty similar setup, where there's a group of scientists that are trying to achieve some goal. In this case, they're creating an AI. I won't say what Wayfinders is, because that's kind of a spoiler. There's also hints that, like, maybe this became, like, a last-ditch effort for something. Now, whether that's like a... Well, I'm probably reading too much into it, because I'm pretty sure Soma was released after this game, but there is a Soma-like situation here that could be the case, that we're actually, like, within a virtual space in a supercomputer that's been launched out into space or some shit. Yeah, there's a lot of ways this could go. And yeah, like, the thing interesting, it makes you think of Soma. Yeah. To be fair, that's only because of that particular reference, and then I went, oh, yeah, the concept in that could be kind of similar there. Well, actually, you know what? There's probably more similarities than I first thought, because there is also well, it's a bit of a stretch, but there's also, like, the past selves left behind aspect to this, too. Which, again, seems a little unclear to me, because it's not, like... It's not super obvious what each of these people who are leaving the QR codes are, when they were, are they still around, all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, my immediate thought would be, sure, greater version number the younger they are. But then, in that kind of thread, quote-unquote, about the hexahedron, there was clearly older... Yeah, there are clearly older entities answering younger entities, so there's not, like... It may not be like a situation we find ourselves in where there's only one person, but it certainly seemed to imply that each person was leaving behind their mark, so some ambiguity there in terms of what that could mean at the moment, but very clearly it is driving. And the one thing I do like about this that kind of interweaves both the meta aspects of this game, but also probably the thrust of where it's actually going to go in terms of its message and narrative, is this whole game aspect. Like, sure, LLMs and things like... Oh, sure. Advanced enough AI could probably solve problems, but do they go seeking problems to solve? I think that is a very big component of being human. But at the same time, I'm sure there are people that may not think that, right? There may be people that don't really seek out a lot of puzzles and things like that, or a lot of things that would otherwise, like, kind of jog your brain. Does that make them less human? These are the questions. But they'll have to wait for another day, because we'll be ending up right here. So, we're going to be playing the Talos Principle during the weeknights for the foreseeable future. So that's usually Thursday and Friday, which is today at this time and yesterday at this time each week. Over the weekend, we're going to be getting back to both Unbeatable, which is going to be tomorrow morning, and then Ace Attorney's Spirit of Justice. We're on the special case for that one, so we're almost done. And yeah, regarding Unbeatable, I actually have a little bit of a timer now, because it sounds like they're going to try and get an update in that allows you to restart the, you know, rhythm sequences, if you fail. And I can't, at this stage, I kind of want to go through it without being able to retry, because I have to know what that looks like. But I don't know how they're going to be implementing that. So hopefully they implement it in a way that I may be able to avoid it in case I don't get it done in time. But we'll have to see. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let me take a quick look and see if anyone's... Actually, you know what? Let's at least leave some sound on while I do this. Wow. Yeah, literally no one on. I guess it is 11 PM and time shifted recently. That does kind of make sense. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there then. So, thank you very much for watching live or on the VODs. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely day, and hope to see you all next time.